Hey everybody, it's Mike Drudge coming to you from Vaught RV here in Fort Worth, Texas. Again, 2023 units are starting to roll on the lot, and I got one right behind me, a really popular couples camper, Jay Flight 265 RLS. That's rear living room. This guy's about 31 feet long, 6,200 pounds and change on dry weight. So it's not a huge trailer, but it's a really nice couples camper that is actually one of my favorite couples camper units in the Jay Flight line that has a slide out. Before I get started, I'm going to point out my 3 favorite changes in 2023 on the Jay Flights. Number 1, the door height goes from 68 inches to now 72 in 2023. Number 2, starting in 2023, we now have as a standard feature these nice Lippert solid steps. And number 3, starting in 2023, all TVs like this that are 32 inches or larger are smart TVs. All right, let's do a walk around on the outside before we go on the inside. I'm going to do my best to point out changes in 2023 as I see them and point them out to you. A lot of things you're going to see will be consistent if you've been shopping for Jaycos for a while. If not, some of this will be new to you. Now, optional is a J-port assembly on which you can put a griddle. I'll point out the J-port assembly when we get back there. This one obviously has it, but and right here's the griddle, which is still in the burner here, it's still in the box. This is a pass-through storage that goes all the way through to the other side. Looks just like it did last year, so no real changes there. Now, one change in 2023 you'll notice right away is this. We have 0.04 thickness metal on this front profile, and obviously, as you can see, it's smooth. This is a little more resistant to chips and nicks and, flying stones than this side ribbed aluminum metal. I like it. It's also a nice aerodynamic look, so it's a very different look if you look at this one and then you look at these others right behind me, which are 2022 models. Still have our diamond plating in front. That's a carryover from before. This really helps protect from rocks flying up during travel. Now we have our electric tongue jack with a light. Makes hooking and unhooking a breeze and leveling front to back easy. 2 propane bottles and then your battery tray right behind here. All the units here at Vaught are fully prepped before you take them, so that propane's filled, new batteries installed. Okay, coming around to this side, we have the opposite side of our pass-through storage. You can get a good look of how clean it is. Plenty of room in here for bag chairs, fishing poles, easy up tents. Some of those longer items can live up here. And then on this floor plan, you have a little bonus storage area here as well. This is great. I'm thinking I'm putting a plastic tub in here to put like maybe my sewer hoses or plumbing supplies, gloves, the disposable gloves and all those kinds of things, because we're on the utility side of the unit here. Really handy place to have a little extra storage. I have an outdoor shower assembly up here. It's hot and cold both. So, you can take a shower out here, rinse off those sandy legs at the beach and so on. Our main water connection and our black tank flush valve right there. Water heater, it's a 6-gallon direct spark ignition Dometic water heater. Runs off propane or electricity. Now, sneaking around to the back side here, we have a ladder. Helping makes it easy to get up on top of the unit. Best practice is to hop up there in the spring and the fall, give it a good bath, check the seals and check the roof condition. This material on this roof is warranted for 20 years. So if you combine that with Jayco's 2+3 warranty on the coach itself and the Goodyear tires with a 6-year warranty, it makes for a really stout warranty from bumper to bumper. Full-size Goodyear spare here. Jayco always gives you a full-size spare, just like the ones that are underneath the coach. Now, right here is this little receiver in which you put that griddle that I was referring to up front. So that griddle's going to rest right about here. Through the wonders of technology, Brian can put a picture of it, boom, right there, and you'll be able to see what it looks like. Now on the patio side, we have a vented range hood. Just lift up on these tabs and open it up, and now we can vent the heat and the smells out from the kitchen here during travel or cold weather, you can pull these back down and lock it in place so it's not flapping or letting cool air in. This is called a key block mount, so you can hang a TV out here, hook it up to your cable. You have power below that, so you can have a TV out here on the patio side. Now, your fresh water fill here, if you're going to be off-grid, I suggest just putting a few gallons in here to wash your hands during travel, flush the toilet. Otherwise, no need to fill this up with water. You're just hauling around weight unnecessarily. Nice long awning here we've got with an LED light strip underneath it. Real handy. Of course, it's fully automatic and adjustable tilt on either side. Okay, before we go inside the coach, I'm going to point out these Lippert solid steps, again, which are standard starting in 2023. The Moride step above steps were optional in previous years. Now these are standard. I like it, so instead of the fold out steps like those in front, which used to be standard here, now these are standard, and it makes a really solid step going in and out of the coach. They're super lightweight. They fold in for travel like so, but here's the cool thing. Where these little yellow collars are, these are super easy to adjust. So once you get it down, just pull out on that tab and that leg goes up and down freely. So depending on what kind of terrain you're on, if you need to adjust these, it's super easy to do, super lightweight, and it really makes a nice solid step for going in and out of the coach. So speaking of going in and out of the coach, let's go inside and have a look. Okay, now we're on the inside of this 265 RLS. Again, I like this because it's a nice couples camper floor plan. It has one slide here to my left, your right, which houses a sofa and a dinette. This sofa converts into a bed. We have two recliners back here, which are modular. You can move them around. They're actually quite comfortable. Just push back in the seat, and they're nice, and you can move them around to have a nice TV viewing angle across from the smart TV. Again, that's an Amazon Fire TV now, so you can stream content from your phone directly to that TV. And then across from the galley. So we have one nice combo galley living area here in the back. It sleeps two up in the bed up front, but you can convert the dinette into a sleeping position as well as the sofa. So one or two folks could sleep here, one or two there. So if you have the occasional guest or the kids are home from college or whatever, you got a room for them to sleep in. But primarily it's a couples camper. We don't have bunks in here or anything. It's not a huge trailer, a little over 30 feet long. So let me point out some things as we go around and point out differences as we're moving forward. I already pointed out the TV change. Another thing that you're going to see a lot more of are these USB charging ports. There's just more of them starting in 2023. Everybody's got gadgets that need to be charged, and that includes phones, and they're making it handy for that. This is kind of our control central. Our awning is fully automatic here. Our slide room, of course, is automatic with the switch here. We have lighting up here for the patio lights and the interior lights. Okay, Jayco, I know you're listening. It would have been really helpful to put what these switches are for. Super easy. You'll figure it out, guys, and you can do a label maker, but I would have appreciated labeling those. Over here we have our, to check battery charge level, it says full, which is a false reading because I don't have a battery in this. Our fresh tank, black tank, and gray are all, of course, empty. Water pump on, and then water heater gas and water heater electric. You should only ever turn those on when you have water in the water heater. Anyway, that's where your control area is. Nice little galley area on this. Jayco's famous for their cabinet build. Solid maple cabinet doors everywhere. All the stiles are pocket screwed and glued together, and the whole assembly is screwed to the side framing of the trailer. Full extension drawer glides always with ball bearing drawer glides, and again solid maple fronts. Solid maple front to the cabinet doors as well. Perfect place for the trash can under there probably. Have an undermount sink with a high-rise gooseneck black matte finish faucet. Everything in 2023 is going to be this black matte finish. Some folks ask if they can swap this out for something different, like a brushed nickel or a residential faucet that they found at a big box store. You can, and it's actually kind of easy to access it under here. Same principle as you would do at home, except it's all PEX fitting, which is easy to work with. So all the plumbing fixtures in here are PEX. I might add, this is a change in 2023. Can't see it because it's dark under there, but there's shutoff valves for the plumbing to all plumbing fixtures. So if you ever do have to switch something out, you can turn it off underneath the cabinetry. Have a little microwave up above here. Not a big microwave, but big enough to warm up some of those leftovers. Our vented range hood, and it does have a light. 3-burner cooktop. This is going to look familiar to you if you watched videos from last year. Backlit controls on these, and also this is kind of nice. If a kid comes by and turns it on, you know immediately that it's on by this right here. Of course, and that's important because that's starting to send gas to the cooktop. So if you see that red on, you know it's on. And then a little oven, big enough for cookies and pizzas and pot pies and so on. I already talked about the sofa. Again, that's a trifold, so if you have guests, these cushions come off and you have a trifold sofa here to sleep on. This drops down into another sleeping surface here, and there is storage underneath each side of the dinette here. So my suggestion is either put a basket or a clear plastic tub that'll fit in there. You can grab it, pull it out, get the shoes out or whatever, and push it back in. Now we have a 12-volt refrigerator on this, and I'm a fan of these 12-volt refrigerators because they're a compressor fridge, work much like a residential refrigerator. Now this unit has solar on board already, which is really a nice thing, especially when you have a 12-volt fridge. The solar is going to keep charging the batteries, which will keep your refrigerator happy. I talk a lot more about that in various videos, but this will continue to run even if your truck's off and you don't have shore power. It'll certainly run overnight. The solar power on top is going to extend the amount of time you can go without additional power to keep the refrigerator going. Nice pantry storage right to the left of the refrigerator there as well. We have our thermostat right here for our Dometic. Hey, this works just like your thermostat at home. Up, down for the temperature up here, and you can change the mode to furnace in the wintertime, and your heat's going to come from vents around the floor, AC always through the ducts in the top. Open this valve to cool it down really fast right here, close it to push more air through these vents, which are all adjustable. Again, I mentioned the smart TV, which is fantastic, so easy to stream content to that phone, to the TV from your phone through this, through the TV, and then you can also pair your phone with the stereo and stream music through these speakers as well. Would have appreciated some shelves in here from Jayco, but I'm probably going to build some shelves myself and put them in there. This is a tall area that's just screaming for a shelf in here. So what do you think? Do you agree with me? Yes? No? I bet you agree with me. Easy enough to put a shelf in there, but at least we have a little extra storage there, and I'll take it. All right, moving, we have on this floor plan, we have living, kitchen here, bath that separates this area from the bedroom in front. So you access the bath from here or the bedroom in there. So we have a glass shower enclosure, and this little guy keeps it closed during travel. This is one of the things that you should put on your checklist. Make sure this is closed and together so the door is not banging together going down the road. I'm a big fan of checklists because in the heat of packing for a trip or coming home, the kids are screaming, the dog just took a leak on the floor, there's all kinds of stuff going on and you forget things. Make a checklist, and this is one of them. If this isn't together like this and you're going down the road, this thing's going bang, 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 and it could knock it off the channel and whatever. This is one of many things you should make sure you make a note of before you travel. It's a one-piece shower surround in here, so I'm 6 feet tall. Not a huge shower, but huge enough for me to take a shower and do what I need to do in here. It's a true, what you might call dry bath, so we have a sink here with some storage underneath. This is a foot flush toilet. I'm 6 feet tall, so I have plenty of leg room here. And then behind me there's some more storage, quite a bit actually, for extra linens, towels and so on back behind here. And then finally moving up into the bedroom, we have hanging shirt storage here with a closet rod on top and then shelves on that side. There's a little bit of room up here. It's got a little lip right here, so this is the perfect place to put like wicker baskets, and again put some extra clothes, extra supplies up there. You can never have too much space for that kind of thing. Plenty of room on either side of the coach here by the bed for CPAP machines, for a bottle of water, reading material, and so on. And you'll notice there is AC power on either side too to plug in either your gadgets or a CPAP machine. Now this queen bed has gas struts on it, so it stays up so it's not come crash down on your head. Great place for extra storage on things that you don't need to access quite as often as some other things. Notice it's plywood. It's always plywood on a Jayco trailer. That means there's plywood here, plywood under your feet, and plywood up in the roof. A lot of manufacturers, I always tell people to shop around. You should shop around. Lift up the mattress and see what you see. If you see particle board here or OSB, chances are there's some under your feet and maybe up in the roof, the worst place you'd want it. It's always going to be plywood in the case of Jayco. And like I mentioned, there is solar on this. This is our charge controller. This is telling me it's sending 13.5 volts to a battery that doesn't exist right now, so it's not real happy. But when you install a battery or batteries up front, think of this as a smart charger for those batteries. So it's keeping those batteries happy even if your truck's off and even if you don't have shore power. Now remember, if once you turn your truck off, this continues to do its thing and keep those batteries happy. So really goes a long way toward good battery maintenance. Now, if you want to add a TV in here, here's the backer location to put a bracket. If you want to do that, I'd probably get one of those brackets that hinges out like this and have a different viewing angle for the TV. And then of course your coax and power is up on top here if you wanted to add a TV in here. So again, we're in a 265 RLS. It's a neat couples camper. We're here at Vaught RV. I always appreciate your comments on floor plans in general, what you like, what you don't like. Jayco does pay attention to these videos now that we're getting a bigger and bigger and bigger following. And of course, always, if you have comments or questions about these units in particular, drop a comment below. If not myself, we'll get someone else to do our best to answer your questions. If you have a request on a video on one we haven't done yet, drop that comment below too. And while you're down there, click like and subscribe. Then you'll be the first to know the next time we post a video just like this one. Again, my name is Mike at Vaught RV. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Howdy everybody, thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned a thing or two from what I had to say. If you did and feel like it, then click subscribe below. And when I post a video, you'll be the first to know. See you next time.